Okay, this is Tennisballmachine project. My name is John and I'm going to explain a little bit of the materials I used so far. Yep, this is me. Alright, let's start from scratch. Here's my notes. According to the blog, a wheel diameter of 6 to 8 inches is needed, and motor approximately 3600 RPM, 12 volts and 1 to 1.5 amps. And if a 8-inch wheel is used with 4000 RPM, then the ball speed would be approximately 75 miles per hour, which is, I don't know, maybe close to 85-90 kilometers per hour. Okay. Motors, what I used two heat blower motors from a car, a Mazda 323. These are the two motors. These are heat blowers. They cost 500 crowns each. This is how a motor looks like. Normally there's a plastic fan cap on top of the motor axle, but I took it apart, and this is the motor itself. Okay, and the axle diameter is 8 millimeters. Okay, and back to wheels. Oh yeah, battery. I bought a battery from Biltema, which is actually a lawn mover battery, 12 volts, and is 30 amps. So I guess it'll last a little bit more than an hour. I'm not so sure actually. Let's see. The battery costs around 500 crowns. And wheels, pretty interesting wheels. I used hobby wheels. Actually bought from Clas Ohlson. They're pretty cheap, about 50 crowns each. And this is actually the wheel rim, the plastic rim. It should be a rubber tire on this rim, about 2-3 centimeters, like this thick. I just cut the rubber apart and used the rim, and it's really thin. It's really light, maybe, I don't know, 150 grams, 200 grams tops. And the rim edge is shaped like a U, which is perfect to use as a wheel. I bought two of these. And then let's see here, the whole diameter of this wheel is 12 millimeters, and as I said before, the motor axle is 8 millimeters. So I used two collets actually. I tried to find just one, but I couldn't, so these are two joint collets. One is from 13 to 12 millimeters, and one is from 12 to 8 millimeters. So this, and it fits perfectly with this solution. And also, to keep the wheel in place, I drilled 2 holes and made up like a bolting surface. One bolt is to keep the axle, to keep the wheel on the axle. As you can see, the axle here is shaped like a half moon. You see that? It's not entirely circular. There's a flat surface right here. So one of these bolts is supposed to match one of the flat surface, and so keep the motor from spinning inside the wheel. Okay, and the other one is, do you see here on the axle? Let me see if I can show this better. Yeah, you see this here, there's a slight insert here, right there on the axle. So this outer bolt here, it goes right into the insert and keeps the wheel from popping out. Okay, you get the point? Great. Right, back to what do we have more? Yeah, fuses. Let me explain. This is actually a cable from an experiment I did, proof of concept. These two these two are connected to the battery, and in the other end we have here, this one's connected to the motor, and this one as well, motor. So you see there's a closed circuit. This is the switch, on-off switch, and here we have a fuse box. Oops, something broke. I'll show you the fuse box inside, like this. This is a car fuse actually, and right now the value is 15 amps, but I'm thinking of lowering the amp to maybe value 10 amps or so, because so far the fuses haven't burned up. I'm suspecting the motors are running on less amps than 10. Yeah. Okay, so that was cables and on-off switch. Also, I was thinking of using an LED to let the user know when the machine is on and off, but the switch right here has an LED built in. It's supposed to let red when it's off and green when it's on, so maybe I can use that. A battery charger, just a normal one I bought from Biltema. It was cheap, 200 crowns or so. And yeah, here's a drawing of the motor when I was doing experiments. And this is the electric circuit I was thinking of building. Here's the switch, the main switch, which I changed to 2 different switches, one for each motor. And here's the motor number 1, motor number 2. Here's the LED, on-off LED. And here's the motor to the carousel, which will feed these motors with the tennis ball, one every 4th or 5 seconds. Okay, so this is a list of items I need to purchase. I actually purchased some of them today. These are the collets for the second wheel, and this is the carousel. I'm thinking of creating the carousel in styrofoam together with cardboard. Let's see how that goes. And this is the pipe from the carousel to the motors. It's actually a ventilation hose for a tumbler machine. And these are for the covers. I'm instead of a lid for this machine, I'm going to use 4 lids that can be folded up, one on each side, and so there will be a basket for tennis balls. So I don't need a separate basket for the balls. Just fold up the lids and the basket will be created. And this is, yeah, these are the lids for the basketball, tennis ball basket. And also I need a wooden board for the carousel engine to be fastened on something. Also, these were the bolts and the bolt creator for the wheel, the M3 size. And this is a simple sketch. I don't know if you can see this. This is the battery. Actually, you're looking at the machine from the front. This is the battery. Here is the opening. Let me use a pen instead. Here is the opening where the balls are launched. Inside here you see the 2 motors. Here's the carousel. Here are the lids I was talking about. You can fold the lids down, thus it'll be a kind of a roof or something when we're not using it. But when you're playing, you can just fold these up, one on each side, and you can put the tennis balls right here. And here's the carousel. I just forgot to draw the holes. From the carousel, a ball one at a time will be transported here to back of the 2 motors. It's as simple as that. On the first version, I'm not planning to do any speed control or angle control, just one setting. And this is the carousel. It has a diameter of 25 centimeters, and each hole I guess would be